Dogs don't just love us, they see us as family. And if yours sees you as their mom, they'll show it in ways you might not expect. In this video, we're revealing 10 powerful instinctive behaviors that prove your dog views you as their mother. Stick around until the end, because some of these signs might surprise you. Number 1, they get upset when they lose sight of you. This is one of the most emotionally loaded signs because it can be both touching and difficult. A dog that whimpers when you leave the room, paces when you are gone, or becomes visibly unsettled when they cannot find you, is not just being dramatic. And in the case of dogs and humans, dogs that are securely or strongly attached to their owners often react when that trusted person disappears, especially if the dog does not understand when the person will return. That does not mean every dog that hates being alone sees you as a mother figure, and it does not mean severe distress should be romanticized. But mild upset at losing visual contact, waiting near the door, or immediately relaxing once you return can absolutely reflect attachment. Your dog feels safer when they know where you are. When that sense of security suddenly drops, their behavior changes. This is also why the reunion matters so much. Number 2, they sleep pressed against you. When your dog chooses to sleep pressed against your side, stretched across your feet, or curled up on your clothes, that is not just about comfort. Sleep is when a dog is most vulnerable. Out in the wild, rest is safest when trusted members of the group are nearby, and that instinct has never really disappeared. So when your dog sleeps in contact with you, they are placing themselves where they feel safest. They are saying, in the clearest way a dog can, that your presence helps them let their guard down. This is also why so many dogs love sleeping on dirty laundry. To us, that pile of clothes may just look messy, but to your dog, it carries the scent of the person they trust most. Scent is deeply tied to security for dogs. Washington State University ran a study that found something really interesting. Just 10 minutes of petting your dog can significantly lower their cortisol levels. That cortisol is the hormone linked to stress. This means that when your dog nudges your hand for a scratch or leans against your leg, they are using you as their biological stress reliever. That's like a child relying on their mother to feel safe and calm. Number 3, they follow you everywhere, including the bathroom. You stand up, and suddenly there are paws behind you. You walk to the kitchen, and they walk to the kitchen. You head to the bathroom, and somehow you are not going alone. It can feel funny, and sometimes a little inconvenient, but this behavior usually comes from attachment rather than mere nosiness. Dogs naturally keep track of the movements of the individuals they depend on. In behavioral terms, this is social monitoring. They want to know where their secure person is because that helps the world feel stable and predictable. A dog that sees you as its main caregiver often does not want to lose track of you, even for a short time. That is why they wait outside the bathroom door or follow you from room to room, even when there is no food, no toy, and no excitement involved. They are not always asking for something. Sometimes they are simply making sure the person who anchors their world is still close by. Number 4, they try to comfort you when you are stressed. One of the most moving signs of attachment is when your dog seems to notice your emotional state and respond to it. Scientists from universities in Finland and Japan came together to conduct a study on how dogs and their owners emotionally sync. They fitted both owners and their dogs with heart rate monitors and discovered something wild. Your heart rate can actually predict exactly what your dog's heart is about to do. It's a phenomenon Dr. Elaine Hatfield calls emotional contagion, and because they feel that shift with you, they are more likely to come closer, stay near, and try to comfort you. Number 5, they keep checking in with you. One of the biggest signs of deep attachment is when your dog keeps checking back with you, especially in new places or uncertain moments. You see this on walks when they move ahead but glance back. You see it at the park when something catches their attention, but they still look at you before deciding what to do. You see it at home when they hear a strange sound and immediately look in your direction first. This behavior matters because it shows that your dog sees you as their reference point. In human psychology, a securely attached child uses a parent as a base from which to explore the world. According to John Bowlby's attachment theory, infants rely on their parents for protection, comfort, and a secure base from which they can safely navigate the world. The same applies to dogs, too. Back in 1998, researchers at the University of Budapest decided to test if the bond between a dog and their human was truly parental. So they adapted a famous psychological test used for human infants called the Ainsworth Strange Situation Test. And they discovered that just like toddlers, dogs use their owners as a secure base. When their owner was in the room, The dogs were confident enough to check out a strange environment and play with new toys. But as soon as the owner left, or was replaced by a stranger, they stopped exploring altogether. That means your dog is not just wandering through life independently while happening to enjoy your company. They are actively using you to decide whether things are safe, normal, and worth approaching. Number 6. They hold soft, steady eye contact with you. A calm, gentle stare from your dog can feel incredibly personal, and science suggests that it really is. One of the most famous studies on the dog-human bond, Dr. Nagasawa Miho and colleagues found that when dogs and owners gaze into each other's eyes, oxytocin levels rise in both. In that 2015 study, longer mutual gazes were linked to a dramatic rise in oxytocin. The dog parents showed a 300% increase, while the dogs showed a 130% increase. That makes soft eye contact one of the clearest biological signs of attachment. Of course, this does not mean every stare is loving. A hard stare in a tense situation can mean something very different. But when your dog looks at you with a relaxed face, soft eyes, and a calm body, that moment is part of a real bonding process. That's the pup-mom chemistry at play. Number 7. They show you their belly with a completely relaxed body. The belly is a vulnerable area. Dogs instinctively protect it when they feel unsure, threatened, or on edge. So when your dog lies on their back near you, sprawls out, and looks completely at ease, they are showing that they do not feel the need to protect themselves around you. That's important because vulnerability is one of the deepest forms of attachment. A dog that sees you as a source of safety is far more likely to expose the most unprotected part of their body without tension. It is one of those quiet signs that says a lot without making a sound. Number 8. They use their mouth gently on you. Dogs explore the world with their mouths from puppyhood. Early on, they use their mouths to interact with their mother and litter mates, and through those interactions, they learn bite inhibition and control. So when an adult dog gently uses their mouth on you without any force, they are showing a high level of restraint and trust. This is why what some people call the love nibble can happen most often during relaxed moments. Your dog is not trying to hurt you. They are interacting with you in a way that is rooted in early bonding behavior, but filtered through self-control and familiarity. It is a very physical kind of trust, and dogs do not show it casually with everyone. Number 9. They lick you like they are grooming. You licking can mean different things depending on the situation, but when it happens in a soft, repetitive, affectionate way, it often reflects bonding behavior. Mother dogs lick their puppies to clean them, comfort them, and reinforce connection. Puppies grow up with this kind of contact, so licking remains tied to social attachment long after they are grown. It is also worth noting that dogs do not usually distribute this kind of intimate, repetitive licking equally to everyone. Many dogs reserve their most persistent grooming-style licking for the people they feel closest to. That is what makes it meaningful. Number 10. They protect you without being asked. Some dogs have a habit of positioning themselves between you and a door, a stranger, or something unfamiliar. Others will settle in a spot that gives them a clear line of sight to the entrance while keeping you behind them. Sometimes it is subtle, and sometimes it is much more obvious, but the pattern is the same. They are watching while staying close enough to respond if needed. That is part of what makes behaviors like sleeping between you and the door or stepping in close when a stranger approaches feel so powerful. Your dog is not only seeking safety from you. In those moments, they are also trying to keep you safe. That protective instinct is one of the clearest ways attachment can show up in action. So the next time your dog leans against you, waits outside the bathroom, checks back during a walk, or gives you that soft, steady look, pay attention. Those little habits may be your dog's way of saying something much stronger than "I like you." In their world, you are home. You are mom. If your dog does any of these, let us know in the comments which one happens the most. And if you want to take this further, watch this next video to know the 10 signs you'll see if your dog is truly happy.